Immersion project, which was given to us in our entrepreneurship development course, is a very unique approach to learning business. Uh, what we were supposed to do was sell a few of the toys that we have with our professor. And the difference about this project is that it was a hands-on experience. We had to go to the market, actually go to the market and sell these products. The other subjects that we've been learning are very classroom oriented. Now, but the difference over here is this is not just classroom experience. This is real business, going on the streets and selling. Earlier we had these inhibitions that how can we, as business people studying MBA, go to the roads and sell like the other people who are selling on the roads. But this thought in the beginning was very different. But when we actually went and we experienced the entire process of selling something, that experience is, it cannot really be explained. The entire journey, even before we even started selling those things, is very unique. We had to interact with a vendor who was supplying these toys, and the business started even before we started selling. We negotiated how much inventory we want. We were about 10 people, and we had to calculate how much inventory we'll be able to sell. We had to decide what location we want to sell, who will be our target customers, and what price we'll be able to sell. There were so many things that we had to think about and work on even before we actually went to the market. We collected, based on our calculations and our expectations. We collected the inventory, and we headed to the Kanjurmarg railway station. All of us gathered over there, and from there we went to the Galakoda art festival. We thought that this is the right place for us to sell these products, because there's a crowd that comes that might require this product. These people are the art lovers who would be interested in something this artistic. And this product is very unique. It's an assembly. There are single sheets which you have to assemble. It's a set of 30 sheets which you have to assemble, and I will show you how it is done. Way we sold it was also very different. When we went there, we went inside the place, and we did not know that we had to take permission before we actually made any sales inside. We went inside, we saw the crowd, we tried to sell. We had packets like these which were unassembled, and we stood over there and we started talking to them, asking them if they would want to buy these sheets, and we told them what could be done with these. People did not really understand as to what we are talking about. We spoke to a lot of people, we spent a lot of time. There were about 8 to 10 of us, and we did not see any enthusiasm amongst any of the people we spoke to and really interested in buying these. But then we thought again, we are doing some mistakes ahead. Then the problem what we faced was we not really know that we were not supposed to sell anything inside without permission from the organizers. We just went ahead with the momentum. We saw other people selling a lot of their artistic stuff, and we thought even we could just go ahead and sell. But the problem what we had was when we were going and selling these as is pieces without even assembling them into any shapes, the people were not really enthusiastic about it. They really did not understand what we were talking about and how we could, make these sheets into the stuff that we were talking about. Then we decided, we thought that we were making some mistakes somewhere. We got together, and we thought that we have to, change our strategy. And after that, we we laid out all our sheets and we started making those sheets at the same place. When the sheets were being made, the crowd started gathering around us. They were figuring out what we're doing. We're not trying to sell now. We're not trying to ask any people to come to us. We only started assembling these sheets and we started making shapes. We started with the simplest shape and we went on to make other shapes. And people started becoming interesting in those shapes. They started asking what this is. So we created a curiosity amongst people and they came to us instead of we going to them. After that, we were able to tell what these are and what material these are made of and how these can be used. We told people that, because these are sheets that are designed on a mathematical basis. These are rhomboids which are useful for the kids. They could learn geometry through these shapes, and they could also learn to make different designs, something like these. And even the people who were the housewives and the other people, the middle-aged people, they also were interested, and we told them you can use these designs as something for decoration in your homes, and you could also use these as lamp shades in your houses. So that's how we started gathering, the crowd, and we actually started making sales. And the first sale that we had was a big booster of morale. We picked up our momentum and we started selling quite a few sets. But then we were told by the organizers very politely that we have to take permission prior to making any sales inside as the others. And they requested us to go out. We were demotivated, the motivation went up and the motivation went down again, and then we went out. We saw the other people, street hawkers selling their stuff on the road, and we kind of felt like, how can we do the same thing as these people are doing? We always thought we are different from these people, but then when it comes to business, it's all about doing the right thing and making money. Then again, we stood there for a long time, and people again started coming. A lot of people had already seen us inside. When they came out, they started asking us why we moved out, and we explained to them the entire situation. And then people again started gathering. We started doing the same things again, like assembling these sheets and making those designs. And after a while, we started doing our sales pretty well over there. The entire experience was so fabulous. I don't think so this could have been possible by sitting inside the classroom and talking about sales, talking about marketing, talking about strategies. We do everything in our talks, but when it comes to practicality, the applications are not as easy as they seem in the class. In the class, we can do brainstorming, and a lot of things can be discussed inside the class. But this experience, even though we did not make too much money, but the entire experience of making our first sale, talking to customers, convincing them, understanding their requirements and targeting their requirements was a totally different experience. And I'm happy I did this for